part of the reason the GoFundMe had started was because so I did have to go on leave multiple times, right? But then I exhausted all of my medical leave at work and I had exhausted my FMLA. And, luckily I had a great employer who worked with me and was very flexible through this whole thing. I wasn't sure, honestly, if I would have a job or not, because I'd exhausted all of my job protected leave. I'd exhausted all my leave benefits and payments. So I was on leave and then I would work, right, like in between as much as I could to make up for the lost time. And I also just didn't want to lose my job. And if you lose your job, you lose your health insurance. So I really couldn't afford to do that. I even worked during chemo. So I did not take leave to do chemo. I worked through that. It was rough, but I would
Wow,
take my computer
that's
and
impressive.
work. And then the hard part was that once I exhausted most of my medical leave, I was only getting 60% of my wages. So that couldn't pay our bills. 60% of my income just wasn't going to cut it. And so that's part of the reason that GoFundMe was super helpful. And not only that, my littlest son, this is something people don't think about when young people have cancer because it's a lot different than an older person who, like, their children are grown up, they don't have all this other shit to worry about. I had to worry about daycare, picking them up from school, giving them baths, taking care of them, meals, like just all that stuff on top of trying to just live and take care of myself. But the little guy, I was just too sick to like really truly care for him all day long. I could barely get off the couch. And so I had to pay for daycare just to help me get through this. So I either would pay for a nanny. We did have a nanny that would come help. And then I put him into daycare. And that was a huge, huge cost. And that GoFundMe, a lot of that helped us with childcare and, just so that I could sleep or just so I could recover.